Good morning. Sorry about that. Well, actually, good afternoon. Welcome to Rise and Shine with Ms. Wild-Wolf. Monko is not here today. So let's start by making our Ryze Mushroom Coffee. We have our custom designed cup from shop.MrZ-Wild-Wolf.com. The link is in the bio. Add our Ryze Mushroom Coffee. I actually truly enjoy this coffee. I drink it every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, whether I'm live or not. Add our water. So first we're going to start with our prayer. Well, this sits and dissolves a little bit. We normally take time to cool it down because it's normally a lot hotter than what it is today. Heavenly Father, thank you for this beautifully blessed day. I ask that each and every one that sees this live understands where you're coming from, sees your point of view, and not that of the world. Father, may I be a conduit for you in all that I do. May my words be of you, strong and true. May you bless this life and help it to reach the people that it is meant to reach. In Jesus' holy name, thank you. So if you have your Ryze Mushroom Coffee ready, we'll get started. First and foremost, here is to God and Jesus above, to each and every one of my family and friends, to all of our subscribers and followers, and to the newcomers as well. Cheers and welcome. I love sitting out here with the sound of nature. It's so amazing. Welcome in all. And if you guys want to try Ryze Mushroom Coffee, I do have the link in the description. Josh, welcome up. Or welcome in. I do have the link in this description, as well as the coupon that's used for you to get 15% off on top of whatever percentage they have going on for discounts at the time. I will disclaimer that any and all inappropriate will not only be not allowed, but I have my mods kicking them permanently. So this is your only warning. All right. Let's start with Psalms 82. We are going to be reading Psalms 82, 91, and 92 today. God standeth in the congregation of the mighty. He judgeth among the gods. How long will ye judge unjustly and accept the persons of wicked? Defend the poor and fatherless. Do justice to the afflicted and needy. Jesus loves you as well, Terry. Deliver the poor and the needy. Rid them out of the hand of the wicked. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. I have said, ye are gods, and all of ye are children of the Most High. But ye shall die like men, and fall like one of the princes. Arise, O God, judge the earth, for thou hast inherited all nations. Sandy, I am doing great. How are you doing today? Tom, welcome in. Hi, Uncle Tom. Okay, shall we continue? Uncle Tom, not only do I do reading from my Bible, which annoys your nephew, um, but also I do Ryze Mushroom Coffee that I drink every morning. And if you would have went to my website that I sent you, I have custom designed items. But I teach apothecary as well. Last year I got my holistic certification in apothecary care. Thank you guys so much for the likes. Okay, Psalms 91. He that dwelleth in the sacred place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge, my fortress. My God, in Him I will trust. Surely He will deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor the arrow that flieth by day, nor the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. Thou shalt no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. Excuse me. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion and the dragon shall thou trample underfoot. Because he hath set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and shew him my salvation. Psalms 91. During a great storm, before a great storm. If you walk around your property, sing Psalms 91 and believing it with all your heart, as I do. He will protect you. He will protect your property. And he will show you things that you never knew. Psalms 92. It is a good thing to give thanks unto the Lord, and to sing praises unto thy name, O Most High. To shew forth thy loving kindness in the morning, and thy faithfulness at night. Upon an instrument of 10 strings, and upon the psaltery, upon the harp, of a solemn sound. For thou, Lord, hath made me glad through thy work. I will trumpet in the works of thy hands. O Lord, how great are thy works, and thy thoughts are very deep. A brutish man knoweth not, neither does a fool understand this. When the wicked spring as the grass, and when all the workers of iniquity do flourish, it is that they shall be destroyed forever. But thou, Lord, art most high forevermore. For lo, thine enemies, O Lord, for lo, thine enemies shall perish. All the workers of iniquity shall be scattered. But my horn shall thou exalt like the horn of a unicorn. I shall be anointed with fresh oil. Mine eyes also shall see my desire on mine enemies, and mine ears shall hear my desire of the wicked that rise up against me. The righteous shall flourish like the palm tree. He shall grow like a cedar in Lebanon. Those that be planted in the house of the Lord shall flourish in the courts of our God. They shall bring forth fruit in old age. They shall be fat and flourishing. To shew that the Lord is upon right, he is my rock, and there is no unrighteousness in him. Hold on 1 second while I turn this to all comments, because I tend to do that a lot. I forget. That way, if I forgot any. Who am I with? I'm not single. I've been happily married for 21 years. You're a rapper? Awesome. Sandy, what do you mean, haha, dis? So the Lord gives and he takes away. He has Madison Walkman. He has shown me exactly how much he can take away. He has blessed me with discernment on so many things, including apothecary. As it states in Exodus 30:25, where he talks about the art of apothecary to make the holy oil. I was really concerned about going down the wrong path, and I asked him for discernment. And I asked him for guidance, which he did give me. And I'm going to teach you guys a little bit of it. Okay. So if you've been in my lives before, you've seen where I talk about the medications that are made with petroleum and what it does to your system, as well as the correlation between the medical sign and, well, that is not of God. Yes, he has shown me a lot, especially in the last year. So today I'm going to teach you guys two equally important recipes that are for healing. One is a natural pain reliever. So when you turn around, you want to run towards ibuprofen or aspirin or anything like that. Stop. Truly look at the ingredients and truly look at what each individual ingredient does to your system. And when it says, oh, in small trace amounts, it's fine, there's no such thing as small trace amounts. because each one of those amounts add up. So today we are going to learn moon milk, which is for better sleep. You know how you wake up groggy in the morning and just wishing that you had something that could actually knock your butt out? Well, there is actually a few ways to do it. I have used pistachios in the past, but I know a lot of people have tree nut allergies. So that would not work for a lot of people. And some of the ingredients, if you can't have the ingredients, like for instance, nut milk, you can substitute it. Okay, so for the moon milk for better sleep, moon milk is a traditional Ayurvedic remedy that includes herbs known for their relaxing properties. Ashwagandha is the key ingredient in moon milk. It is an adaptogenic herb. The funny thing is, this has ashwagandha in it as well. But this has coffee in it, so it keeps you awake. It is an adaptogenic herb known for its abilities to reduce stress and anxiety. It helps your body adapt to stressors, making it easier to unwind and prepare for a restful night's sleep. The process of making moon milk is also a calming and meditative ritual. And then this is one that I'm reading from right now. You guys can see. There is a warning though. Warning, ashwagandha may affect the thyroid function, blood pressure, or interact with medications. Turmeric, ginger, and black pepper may also cause digestive upset or interact with blood thinners. So yes, you do have to be careful with what you take if you're on medications. Look up each one of the ingredients individual, as well as any pharmaceuticals that you are on, and do a comparison to make sure that they do not have bad interactions. I myself do not take any pharmaceuticals whatsoever. I refuse to. As a matter of fact, on Saturday, on the 4th of July, I did not go live because I had a killer migraine. My husband's sitting there, take a Tylenol, take a Tylenol. Nope. I had made him a homemade liquid IV, which I absolutely love. It tastes great. And he won't drink it because he's a stubborn butt. If you know my husband, you understand. So I had made that for him and it sat in the fridge, and I was like, you know what? Screw it. Okay. So I asked him to get me a glass of it, and you have to sip it. The homemade liquid IV, you want to sip it because it will fully hydrate your entire system. And a lot of times, migraines and headaches are nothing more than severe dehydration. So don't cover up the symptom when you can fix the problem. So I still had the really bad headache, and I turned to my cayenne. I took half a teaspoon of cayenne in a glass of water, and I shot it back as quick as I could. Yeah, it's spicy, but I tell you what, about 45 minutes later, my headache was completely gone. Like completely. And then just to make sure I stayed hydrated, I drank one more glass of the liquid IV. And my son, he comes to me later on that night. He's like, Mom, I got a really bad headache. I'm like, okay, what do you want to do? Because I give them the option. And he's like, I don't know. I'm like, okay, do you want to try the liquid IV? And he's like, okay. I go, but you gotta sip it, because fair warning, I will do a video on how I made it and stuff, and then I will teach you guys But I will tell you, do not slam it because it will make you puke. It is a cell hydrating drink. You don't want to slam it, you want to sip it. Okay. So after I had done the cayenne and I drank the other glass of the liquid IV, by I want to say about 4 o'clock, I didn't wake up until 2, so about 4 or 5 o'clock, my headache was completely gone. And I was feeling so much better. Like, I needed the rest, I knew that. And the Lord was saying, no, you're not doing nothing today, because we had originally had plans that we were planning on going a couple places, and he's like, nope, you're staying home. Well, he knows more than what we do. So it was a bonus. Okay. So the ingredients of the moon milk: 1 cup of whole milk or unsweetened nut milk, half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Now, when I use cinnamon, I use the Cayum, Ceyum cinnamon. It is more expensive, but it is actually healthier. Half teaspoon of ground turmeric, 1/4 teaspoon of ground ashwagandha, 2 pinches of ground cardamom, 1 pinch of ground ginger, 1 pinch of ground nutmeg, a pinch of freshly ground black pepper, 1 teaspoon of virgin coconut oil or ghee, and 1 teaspoon of raw honey. You're going to simmer the milk. Simmer your choice of milk in a small saucepan over medium-low heat. Whisk in the turmeric, cinnamon, ashwagandha, ginger, cardamom, nutmeg, and freshly ground pepper. Whisk vigorously to prevent lumps and clumping. Incorporate the healthy fats. Add the virgin coconut oil or ghee. Reduce the heat to low and continue to cook for about 5 to 10 minutes. Ugh. The longer you simmer, the stronger the infusion will be. So if you just kind of have a little bit of a hard time sleeping, you just want it light, to be fine. But if you need it a little stronger, go to 10 minutes. Cool and sweeten. Remove the mixture from the heat and allow it to cool slightly. Then stir in the raw honey. Do not heat the honey, as it retains the healing properties when used raw. I absolutely love honey for allergy issues. If you buy locally harvested honey, it has bits of the pollen from your area. You want it within 10 miles. That helps with seasonal allergies. And you don't have to take a pill for it. You just take a tablespoon of honey, and that's it. What would you rather have? A sweet medication that's all natural, 100% made from God? Or one that's made by man that has who knows how many adverse reactions? I know the choice I have. Pour your moon milk into a mug, ensuring it's warm and not too hot, and enjoy it before heading to bed, allowing it to gently guide you into a restful night's sleep. One of the wonderful aspects of moon milk is its adaptability. Moon milk boasts versatility variations, each with distinct benefits for relaxation and sleep. Rose moon milk with rose petals calm the mind. Lavender moon milk uses lavender for stress reduction. Saffron moon milk adds an earthly, mood-enhancing twist. Blue moon milk. Vivid blue hues come from the butterfly pea flower, believed to reduce stress. Finally, chocolate moon milk. Yes, you heard that right. Chocolate moon milk combines cocoa with traditional ingredients, providing a comforting and relaxing flavor. Now, myself, I don't use cocoa. I use cacao. The difference is cocoa has sugar added into it, and I don't use sugar products. Even my creamers that I make for my mushroom tea or my mushroom coffee or my regular coffee, which I drink Folgers Colombian. I know I should really grind my own, and we're going to be starting soon. Um, but it is heavy whipping cream, whole milk, and then I add, it depends on if I want to make the peppermint patty. The peppermint patty, I add the cacao powder as well as my homemade peppermint extract. And then I do a dreamsicle one that tastes just like dreamsicles. Like, some people can't handle the taste of rice because it's earthy. It has a mushroom taste on top of the coffee. So they can't handle the taste of it. So they will put creamers into it. Now, when I make the dreamsicle one, the rice tastes just like a dreamsicle. It's all about your portions. For the Ryze dreamsicle, I do the heavy whipping cream and the whole milk because that gives you your half and half. And then I use my orange essential oils that I make homemade, or you can buy the store-bought ones too in the bakery aisle, as well as vanilla extract. Or orange extract is another way to say it. Some essential oils are not edible, so if you don't know how to make it, I would advise buying it from the local market. But I do the ratio of the orange to vanilla. It's two caps of orange to 1 cap of vanilla, and I add that in. And depending on my mood, I will sometimes add a little bit more of the orange because, well, I like my orange dreamsicles to have more of an orange kick. So, enjoy your moon milk about 30 minutes before bed, and that will help you sleep at night. Nature's aspirin. How many of you have ran to get a Tylenol or even a ibuprofen or aspirin? They tell you have to take aspirin every day. Okay, so you can go get Bayer aspirin, which, mind you, Bayer is the same owner as Roundup Weed Killer, which kills dandelions, which dandelions are good for the heart. There's a little circle for you. Oh, excuse me. I kicked my tripod. Okay, nature's aspirin. Warning, the name of the remedy is for creative purposes only. The preparation allows willow bark with aspirin-like compounds that may cause bleeding risk, stomach irritation, or allergy reaction to those sensitive to aspirin. Not for children, pregnant women, or those on blood thinners. Consult a healthcare provider before use. Like I said, natural aspirin. Your ingredients that you are going to get are willow's bark. You can gather willow's bark from willow trees in your area or purchase dry willow bark from herbal stores or online. Then you need high proof alcohol like vodka, brandy, or rum. Aim for at least 80 to 100 proof. That's 40 to 50% alcohol content. I myself, when I make my tinctures, I either use Absolute Vodka or I use Everclear. Yes, you heard that right, Everclear. It pulls the most nutrients out of the uh, herbs. So this is the one that we are talking about now. Here. Okay. Preparing the willow bark. If you're using fresh willow bark, chop it into small pieces. There is an outer layer of bark and an inner which has a greener color to it. This is what holds the most medicine, while the darker wood underneath is should it all should be discarded. Sorry. While the darker wood beneath it all should be discarded. If using dried willow bark, you can use it as is. Measuring ingredients. For each part of dried willow bark, use 5 parts of alcohol. For example, if you have 1 ounce of willow bark or dried willow's bark, use 5 ounces of alcohol. Combined ingredients. Place the willow bark in a glass jar and pour the alcohol over it. Ensure the willow bark is completely submerged in the alcohol. Seal the jar with a lid and label. Shake and store. Give the jar a good shake to mix the ingredients thoroughly and store it in a cool, dark place like a cupboard or pantry. Steeping time. Allow the mixture to steep for at least 4 to 6 weeks, shaking the jar gently every day or every few days. The longer it steeps, the stronger the tincture will be. Strain the bottle. After the steeping period, strain the liquid through a fine mesh strainer or cheesecloth into a clean glass bottle. Squeeze out as much of the liquid from the willow bark as possible. It will last several years if stored properly. Okay. Again, this is natural aspirin. So if you are prescribed aspirin, to take aspirin for your heart. It's a reminder that it is a blood thinner. Okay? So if you have bleeding issues, I will talk to the Lord, and when the time is right, I will do a video on that one, or a live on that one. Okay. So for the doses of the natural aspirin, start with 1 to 2 milliliters, or approximately 20 to 40 drops of the tincture diluted in a small amount of water or juice. Take orally. You can take this dose up to 3 times a day. Start with the lowest dose. Do not exceed recommended amounts. Seek immediate help for any allergic reaction. And there's a side note. Individuals with asthma, ulcers, diabetes, gout, bleeding disorders, or kidney or liver disease may be sensitive to willow bark due to its blood thinning effects. Willow bark may increase bleeding risk, essentially during or after surgery. Discontinue use at least 2 weeks before you have surgery. So if you have to go through a surgery and you are using nature's aspirin, stop it at least 2 weeks before surgery. Okay, so that way it is out of your system and you do not have any issues with bleeding during any surgery. Okay. And if you have any questions, or if there's any natural remedies that you would like me to look up, please type it in the comments. Or actually, here, I will do one better. Okay. Oh, come on. It's going to be stubborn. Bear with me. There you go. And then you guys can click on that poll. And if there's any remedies that you would like me to teach you, as long as they're in my book right now, I should say, let me know. And if I don't have it in my book, then I will actually do the full dive on it and I will do a video and tag you in it. How does that sound? Have you guys tried Ryze Mushroom Coffee? Type 1 in the comments if you have, or 2 in the comments if you have not. Mary, how are you doing today? And Madison, how's your day going? Yes, I do enjoy teaching you guys about God's Word and all that He teaches me, including the apothecary. I wasn't going to get the apothecary. I wasn't going to go that route because, you know, it's witchcraft. I heard that my whole life. Natural healing's witchcraft. Well, if you think about it, it's not. But when you use Eye of Newt and viper venom, wouldn't that be witchcraft? I mean, isn't that considered alchemy? So when I asked the Lord for discernment on it, oh, He smacked me in the face with it, all right. And I'm really grateful that He did. Because now, not only can I help you guys, but I can help heal my family better as well. Being a mom of 5 beautiful babies, and unfortunately one grew his angel wings way too soon because of pharmaceuticals. I got gaslit so bad by the hospital. Minus the ER doctor. The ER doctor that we had, he was absolutely amazing. They kept saying, you know, it was something that we were doing or whatever. No, it wasn't. He had gotten... Hi, baby. Careful. Careful. Loki says, good morning. Well, good afternoon. You need to go potty, boy.
So you know, Grandpa said HFH call.
HFH code?
Mhm.
Okay, did he answer it?
He told me to tell you that they called earlier.
Excuse me 1 second. I'm sorry about that. My dad had a message. So yeah, I was gaslit. Like, hard. He was 25 days old. So guess what he got at his 3-week checkup? Yeah, you can guess that right. He started having sleep apnea issues. And I took him in. They said I was an over-paranoid mom, go home. That was on a Thursday. I had a second opinion for the following Thursday, and we lost him on Tuesday. So, yeah, that got me down the, what the hell, pardon my language, hole, rabbit hole. Well, I didn't really think anything of it. I didn't let it go anywhere. And I chalked it up to, it was sleep apnea. There was nothing that could have been done. I was very naive. I was young. I did not know better. And now I teach those that I can the truth about it. So in 2015, I had a meningioma of the cerebellum, which is a brain tumor. They cut in right here and went in and took it out. After me fighting with them, because I wanted it removed. And they kept saying, no, it was fine. It wasn't doing anything. No, it was causing headaches and stroke-like symptoms. But, you know, I was fine. So I got a different surgeon to go in and neurosurgeon to go in and take it out. And they did a flawless job with the surgery, but they put me on a really strong medication called oxycodone that made me deathly ill. Like, several times they sent me home so sick, and I couldn't do it. I could not do it. Well, when my mom had pancreatic cancer, I had talked her into smoking cannabis because it gives you the munchies. And it's also an amazing pain management medication when taken properly and not abused. Back before the paper mill greed, cannabis was used for pain management as well as healing. And so, because of my daughter, I knew, well, actually, no, because of my husband's old boss, I knew a lot about cannabis and the actual truth behind it, not the reefer madness bullcrap. So I started learning more about it, and well, after I had the brain surgery, they kept putting me on more and more medications. I went from, hello, not right now, baby, but thank you. Thank you. I went from one medication up to 9 medications just to counteract all those other medications. And I ended up back in the hospital twice. While I was in the hospital, they put me on a different medication, gaslit the hell out of me, said, oh, it was all in my head. I didn't know what I was talking about. Well, when my mom seen me literally dying on my couch from the medication they were giving me, she's like, she was talking to my husband. She told him, I'm not going to say her words because, one, I don't use the Lord's name in vain, and 2, I'm not saying his name. But she told my husband to have me smoke, and I fought him on it. Mind you, I had my medical card because I had a brain tumor. So I was legal to smoke. And I said no. No, no, no. I was stupid, naive, and fully pharmaceutical. Well, finally, I couldn't take it no more. And I went from nine medications down to cannabis as needed, Tylenol as needed, only because I didn't know how to make it then. I do now. And icy hot as needed, only because I didn't know how to make it then. I do now. So, getting rid of the pharmaceutical and going all natural has actually helped my body a lot more. Now, one thing I want to tell you, and I need you to listen, please. Okay? Listen to your body. Don't listen to a doctor, because guess what? That doctor has not lived with your body. Excuse me. That doctor has not lived with your body. They will gaslight the hell out of you. Yeah, granted, some of them don't mean to, but a lot of them do. And after I had my brain tumor removed, COVID hit. Y'all remember the scare times, right? I flat up refused to get the you know what, because the Lord told me no. He's like, don't do it. Do not get it. Do not let your family get it. No. So I didn't. They tried and they pushed and pushed and, oh, in order for your kids to go back to school, they're going to need it, blah, blah. Nope. Get that shit away from them. And I got mad and I got mean because they were trying to push that hard. Well, then when they started bribing people with beer and money to take the shot, I'm like, God, I'm glad I didn't listen to them and I listened to you. My auntie, beautiful soul, 2020, she ended up having a heart attack. So she had to sit in the hospital for over a week. Nobody there. Nobody was allowed to see her. Nobody was allowed to visit. May 2020. I get a phone call. She was supposed to have heart surgery. Okay? No problem. They put her on medication that she went from having 75% function to 10% function. And they let her go on the table. Okay. Pissed me off. That was my auntie mama. She raised me. They put it down that she died of COVID when she was tested several times. She never had COVID. Not once. But they put it down that she had because she died of COVID. That's what really opened my eyes right there. Okay, my auntie, she refused it, never had it, but they put it down that her heart attack was because of that. So I started looking into Tamiflu, you know, the flu medication that you get when you have the flu. And I had a few pharmacists tell me that their stock was over full because they were not selling it. Okay, why are you not selling Tamiflu? Me and my bestie, we got in arguments over it. I love her dearly, and I miss her tremendously. We got in arguments over it. And we came to the conclusion of agree to disagree. Now, looking back, I really hope all that their eyes were closed are opening up. Because, well, they're pushing more evil into the world and taking out God in all the schools, the courts, a lot of the churches now even are taking out God. And it is sad. Well, let me correct that. A lot of the physical buildings, because as Matthew 18:20 states, where two or more gather in my name, there too I shall be. Which states what? Where two people gather and speak about the Lord, that is a church. That is a true church. So, back in the old days when people got sick, and I went to a hospital that was actually, it was one of the original hospitals back in the 1800s. And there's pictures of it and stuff. I was showing my daughter, and we went into the chapel, and in the chapel they had a couple of the pictures, or a couple of the original stones. And I was over the moon about the history of it. It started out as an older home for those that, or aging home, for those that were older and dying. And then it turned into an actual hospital. Well, it went from being a Roman or a Catholic hospital to now they have all the worldly crap in it. So, unfortunately, it went from being biblical, as it's meant to be, to being worldly, as it's not meant to be. I can show you guys later some of the photos and stuff. And it even has the history of it. It's absolutely amazing. The next time we go on a road trip and I'm able to get more photos, I will do that for you guys. Okay. So tell me, what do you know about apothecary? And again, guys, if you guys have any that you would like me to teach you on, or even any that I don't have, but I have to learn anyway, let me know because I will look them up for you. Like I did the moon milk today for sleep, and the natural aspirin, which is willow's bark. One of my favorite holistic teachings was actually on TV. Yeah, you heard that right. How many of you have seen Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman? If you're older, I know you have. Okay, if you've seen Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman or know who I'm talking about, type a heart in the chat. Dr. Quinn was, I really enjoyed their knowledge. And I'm grateful for the lessons that I was able to learn. So Dr. Quinn, the episode I'm talking about, and if you know Dr. Quinn, you know which one I'm talking about. Her mom was really sick. They said that she had that she had liver disease and she was going to die. There was no cure for it. It was just get her comfortable. And
walk out the door if you want to go in.
What?
They're about to walk out the door if you want to go with.
Okay. What time is it? Oh crap. I do gotta go. So real fast, the Dr. Quinn had remembered something that the Indians had taught her about the liver and made her mom a dandelion root tea, a fermented dandelion root tea, which saved her mom and reversed the liver damage. And I hate to cut it short like this, but unfortunately I need to be able to take my daughter to work. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you like what you see. Don't forget, if you do like what you see, to subscribe, click that little bell, and smash the like button. And always remember, no matter what life throws at you, no matter what crazy curveball is thrown your way, at the end of a rainy day is a rainbow. Love y'all. God bless. Later. Oh. Have a great day.